Hello everybody and welcome back to Cask and Point. Today we're going to do a quick review of the brand new Old Forester Birthday Bourbon from 2025. Now this is a whiskey that honestly I've never been particularly intrigued by and I really am so obsessed with trying all the different batches and all the different vintages of certain whiskeys, as I think you guys know already here on the channel. But Old Forester Birthday Bourbon, it's an annual release, it's a big annual release, its secondary market is about $600, worth as much as a George T. Stagg. But it's not a whiskey that's ever really intrigued me. I've only ever tried it twice. Both of times were the 2024 variant, and both times were very, very little. But honestly, I was just so unimpressed that I just kind of entirely ignored the whiskey. And I really couldn't tell you why this whiskey is $600 on the secondary market. Hopefully today we'll get a better idea of why, because I just don't get it. It has a very cool bottle, but 13th Colony now has a pretty similar bottle shape, and I don't know. I don't know why it's $600, but maybe today we'll find out. So this is 12 years old and 92 proof. So obviously, Old Forester 12 years old is remarkable. Those barrel strengths are like 4.5 years old, they say. So 12-year-old Old Forester, well, the only other whiskey that's really getting to that age is King of Kentucky. Now, that is obviously cask strength and going to be closer to 15, 16, 17 years old, and the secondary market on that is like $1,800. So yeah, maybe this is a third the price and almost as good as King of Kentucky. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's get into this Old Forester Birthday Bourbon. And notice here there's a very pleasant, nice aged oakiness to it. The magic with Old Forester is that because they have the heat cycling, their whiskey tends to taste older than it is. And so people like to say like an 18-year King of Kentucky is basically like a 27-year Kentucky whiskey because it's just so incredibly rich and depth of that kind of oak. And I think a lot of people say the same thing about the barrel strength, where even though they're 4.5 years, they're drinking much closer to 8, 9, 10 years old. So this being 12 years old, yeah, maybe that means it'll be really impressive here. I will say very pleasant oak structure on it. Super sweet vanilla cream on it as well. Tons of caramel and maple on this. Not pulling out a ton of fruit. It's just really nice oak, vanilla, caramel. It's actually pretty good. Let's take a sip. It's okay. Man, the nose is actually really nice. The palate reminds you why I don't understand. Well, I mean, this is like barely worth MSRP to me, if I'm just being honest. Again, I haven't had a ton of Old Forester Birthday Bourbon. Maybe some Old Forester Birthday Bourbon out there is really, really incredible, but I don't get it. It's good, it's rich, it's oaky, it's pretty light. It's drinking 92 proof. I wish I could have those flavors like cask strength and maybe even a little more potency, but then I'm talking about King of Kentucky, and I guess it's 3 times as much. So Old Forester just isn't cheap. Now, I would love to hear down below in the comments what you guys think, why you guys think Old Forester Birthday Bourbon isn't that cool. Maybe it's just because it's called Birthday Bourbon, and that itself is just incredible marketing. I mean, just what a cool name for an annual release. It has such a cool bottle shape. You're just not seeing that many older whiskeys from Old Forester. There's so many different reasons why this could be $600, but honestly, the quality of the juice, just not really one of them. To me, smells great. Smells really rich, oaky. The vanilla bean on it, it's clearly oak and sweets. And those sweets, there's really no fruit to it, but I don't mind a more, vanilla, maple, caramel, that kind of realm of sweet. I'm all for it. And I love the oakiness on the nose. I think it's a very pleasant nose. Nose is honestly on the mid to high 8s. I actually really enjoy the nose. Let's take a second sip here and see if the palate got any better. I'm really trying to leave it in the mouth so it can really stick. Still not sticking that much. It's a bit more peppery on the palate, a bit more barrel char on it. Definitely tasting its age. Now, you're getting a nice amount of flavor. And I will say, for a product that's clearly giving you no punch at all, clearly drinking 92 proof, the fact that you're getting that much flavor is kind of nice. But there are a lot of releases in that proof range. If you're willing to pay that price, I mean, just buy a Russell's 2003. That is an absolutely stellar whiskey. That's 89.5 proof. So if you really want a low proof king, there are a lot of low proof kings out there. They're primarily from Wild Turkey, in my opinion. I think the Wild Turkey 17-year, the original 2015, also an amazing sub 90 proof pour. It's not that I don't like whiskeys under 90 proof, under 100 proof, whatever. There's definitely some great ones out there. This one is just, I'm not seeing the vision, guys. I'm not seeing the vision. We will take this final sip here. We'll give it a rating. Let's see if it gets any better. It's good. Oh, it's good. I don't mean to say that it's a bad pour of whiskey. All right, that to me is an 8.2. That to me, for 200 bucks, I get it, and I'm on board. For 300 bucks, you already lost me. Double it to 600, which is the secondary market on it. I'm never going to own a bottle of Old Forester Birthday Bourbon, and I'm okay with that. Unless I'm going to get one of these in MSRP one day, but even then, if I could pick pretty much anything else, I'll take that, because this is just an unimpressive pour to me. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I do think the 2024 was a little bit better. That was 107 proof, and I feel like you really felt that 15 proof. I think that was closer to me even debating owning a bottle of it, but still, that was like an 8.4, 8.5 to me. Just not really what I'm looking for if I'm paying $600 on the secondary market for that bottle. So just not really for me. But anyways, let me know down in the comments if you guys like this release, or if Old Forester Birthday Bourbon to you guys is also just a pour that you really just ignore. But with that, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.